look, we're going to get into your calls. It's your show. We're powered by the fans on talkSPORT. But I do just want to say, before we take the first calls, that Brighton game today is a disgrace, an utter disgrace. Matoma gets, I don't know who's on VAR. We can crack jokes about, they need to go to a certain optician. We can crack jokes, but it's not funny. It's not funny. This is the people's game. This is football. Brighton aren't the loser. We're the loser. Even Spurs fans know it's a disgrace. And they're probably saying that because they know next week they might be on the end of it. Week after week after week after week. There is no transparency. On Monday morning, they'll have their excuses ready. They are unaccountable. We talk about independent regulators in football. We need independent regulators in officiating. We've got the best league in the world and the worst officiating. I cannot speak about that Matoma penalty. I can't find a reason why that was not given. And I don't think it was a handball either by Matoma when the goal was disallowed. The other one from Welbeck, I can see it's probably distracted Lloris a little bit. But both Matoma decisions are an absolute joke. And you know why the penalty wasn't given? Because there is a ridiculous rule that when the penalty is not given by the referee, they will only overturn it if it's clear and obvious mistake. Well, they've obviously looked at it and gone, yeah, he probably couldn't see that, so we can't overturn it. It's the most clear and obvious mistake you will ever see. I'd love to know what's clear and obvious if it's not that Matoma penalty. Absolutely disgusting. Well done to Spurs fans for admitting it. And football's the loser again tonight, in my opinion. Anyway, let's get into the calls. We've got Ian, who's a Newcastle fan. Ian, talk to me, because you're saying there was poor decisions at the Brentford game as well, or maybe you're talking about Brentford. Welcome to the show, Ian.
Oh, hi, Mark. Good afternoon, or good evening. First of all, my son is a big fan of yours, so can he say hello to you?
Yeah, he can do, yeah.
Hi.
Hi, mate. You doing all right? Good result for you today?
Yeah.
Must be over the moon. What a season.
Oh, brilliant season, Mark. From where we were to where we are now, Eddie Howe must be manager of the season, And I know people saying about, how much we've spent, etc. But we've bought players that any other team could have bought. We've spent, 12 million on players. But why I phoned in, I just want to echo what you said about VAR. The same official who was on VAR didn't give the Højbjerg penalty on Matoma. However, the clear and obvious mistake, it took them 4.5 minutes for when Newcastle conceded a penalty, which from some angles it's inconclusive. Yeah. However, for something that's clear and obvious, to me, as a fan, you watch it and you think, yeah, he's offside, or yeah, it's a foul within 1 or 2 times. When you see the same thing 10 times, and it takes 4.5 minutes for them to give a penalty when the referee didn't give a penalty, that's not clear and obvious. But also on the Matoma one, the handball, Callum Wilson scored one exactly the same. Now, at the beginning of the season, we got told anything above the sleeve line was not a handball.
Yeah.
However, when you see the still of Matoma, and it's the one that VAR actually released as the handball, the ball is above his sleeve. And it's
100%.
The same as and it's the same as Callum Wilson's. When you see the still that VAR release for the handball of why it's disallowed, you can see his arm you can see the ball's above his sleeve because you can see where his sleeve is. Now, to me, that is just blatant cheating.
100%. Ian, thank you very much for starting the show off. Have a safe trip back. I presume you're at the match today. Newcastle are fantastic. They're absolutely fantastic what they're doing at the moment. But I agree with Ian, and I'm so glad that a Newcastle fan, and hopefully we'll get others, calling in and calling it out for football. We're not Brighton fans. Brighton have won a lot of fans this year, the way they've played football. But I think Brighton have been victimised more than ever this season, especially in the last few weeks. So many dodgy decisions, and Ian's absolutely spot on. The penalties are disgrace, but the handball, I can't see on that handball that it doesn't hit his arm below the sleeve. I'm with Ian on this. It seems to hit his arm on the sleeve, which, as we've been told, is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Ridiculous decisions today. If you've not watched them, you need to watch them and call it out.